Hello, we are live, everybody. Welcome, Gospel. Thank you so much for joining. Please, if you can see me and you can hear me, let me see the fire emoji in the comment section. If you can see me and you can hear me clearly, let me see the fire emoji in the comment section. I don't want our class to, take a lot of time today. If you can see me and you can hear me, please let me see the fire emoji in the comment section. If I get few fire emojis, meaning that everybody can see me and everybody can hear me clearly, I'm going to kick off with the class because we have some work to do today. If you can see me and you can hear me, please put the fire emoji in the comment section. Let's give 3 minutes for others to join us. Please, you can invite, call your friends, your enemies, your loved ones, your brothers, your sisters, your parents. Let anybody who is into real estate join us. Thank you so much, Gospel, with the fire emoji. Please burn down the comment section if you can see me and you can hear me clearly. If you can see me and you can hear me, burn down the comment section. Thank you so much for joining, Gospel. Thank you, Coach Promise. Thank you so much for joining. So today we are going to be looking at why most realtors are busy every single day but still broke, and how to kill distractions. This is a very, very important topic because I've seen a lot of realtors doing a lot of things every single day. Some realtors, one time I was discussing with a realtor and I asked him for when was the last time you made a sale, and he said 6 months ago. I was like, how come? But every single day he comes to the office, every single day he's around and he's busy, he's doing answering calls, going for site inspection, even going for video content creation. He goes on site, he shoots video, he will post the video, but at the end, no sale. All right, he's just busy, 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 busy with a lot of activities. But I discovered that what he's not doing is that he's not being productive. He's busy but not being productive. By the end of today's class, you're going to leave here. There are over 20 people live, but uh there's not enough fire in the emoji in the comment section. Thank you so much, Agent Bill. Thank you so much for coming live. Please put the fire emoji in the comment section if you can hear me and you can see me. I'm seeing about 25 people live, but just few people are putting in fire in the comment section. So today we are going to be looking at why most realtors are busy every single day but still broke, and how to kill distractions. Like I said, this is a very important topic and you are not going to regret joining live today, because you are going to live with a roadmap on how to structure your day as a realtor. All right, you're going to stop being confused after today's class. You know exactly what to do at what time of the day, and how you can make the most use of your time as a realtor. Because as a realtor you are independent, right? You are independent. Amarachi Okafor says, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, Amarachi. Please put the fire emoji in the comment section if you can see me and you can hear me clearly. Amarachi is watching us all the way from Tico. Thank you so much for joining. uh like I was saying, you know that as a realtor you are independent. uh Thank you so much, Anne. Anne said she's a therapist. Thank you so much for joining. Now, you know that as a realtor, you are independent, right? And you depend only on yourself. You depend on how you manage your time, how you manage your energy, and how you manage your resources. Meaning that if you don't manage these things very well, you're going to discover that you will be doing a lot of things, but you will not be productive. You'll be doing a lot of things, but you'll not be productive. Sir Elvis, thank you so much for joining. Please put the fire emoji in the comment section if you can see me and you can hear me clearly. All right, so let's kick off right away because as you know, our culture, we usually give, Sir Kingsley, thank you for joining. We usually give 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes to wait for our colleagues to join in. After that, we now kick off. So let's kick off. Why most realtors are busy every day but still broke, and how to kill distractions. Now, I don't want this to be a very long teaching. We're going to just make it about an hour or so and we are out of here. But I want you to live with a framework. You live with exactly what to do day by day, how to structure your day, how to kill distractions, how to be productive, and the things that you should focus on, the things that actually make money for you as a realtor or as a real estate consultant based in Cameroon. All right. So let's dive right in. You'll discover that every single day as a realtor, you can be working, you can be doing a lot of stuff, but you're not making sales. What you're doing is called busy work and not productive work. There's a difference between being busy and being productive, or being active per se and being productive. And before we get into the middle of the training, you're going to know exactly what busy work is and what productive work is, and what kind of work to focus on, because not all productive work is important work, right? We're going to know what kind of important productive work you should focus on as a realtor. Okay, so the just to make the training very short, I'm going to divide this training into four main parts, right? The first part, we are going to look at distractions, what a distraction is, and the different kind of distractions that usually occur to realtors or to real estate consultant. The second part, which is part two, we are going to look at why activity is not the same as productivity. Okay. The third part, we are going to look at what actually makes money for realtors, the things that you should focus on as a real estate consultant that will help you make more money. All right. Why? The fourth part, we are going to look at how you can structure your day and minimize distractions as a real estate consultant. Because I bet you, since you're working on your own, you're going to have a lot of distractions. Somebody will just walk past your house and say, let them greet you. Okay, a friend will just call you randomly and be like, I'm going somewhere, please can you take me along? Things that don't even concern you, because they see that you don't really value your time that much, right? They want to incorporate you into their activities. So what are distractions? Let's start with part one of the training. What are distractions? Now, distractions are anything that pulls you away from what, or that pulls your attention away from what you have decided to do now. Let me take it all over again. Distractions are anything that pulls your attention away from anything that you plan to do now. Okay? And distractions could be a good or a bad thing. I came to realize that they are good distractions. For example, let's say your pastor calls you, or maybe your mentor calls you to help him do something at the time you had planned to do or shoot your videos. Does it now mean that you just abandon whatever you're doing and then you rush to go and uh, uh, do the errand they called you to do? Does it mean that? Right? That is a good distraction. Say you're shooting content or you're editing your videos and your mom just calls you and like, my son, come here and come and help me to pick up this stuff, or maybe go take this thing from this place. Does it mean that you just abandon what you're doing and you go? That's a good distraction, right? Say you're scripting, you're coming out with scripts on the next set of videos you want to shoot, and a friend calls you and like, hey, I have this client for site inspection, can you follow me, let's go for site inspection together. Doesn't mean you just abandon your scripting and you go, because of course site inspection is a good activity in real estate. Scripting is also a good activity, but at that point in time, which activity is more important than the other? Which one is an activity and which one is productivity? Okay, so you need to differentiate between activity and productivity, right? So like I said, that a distraction is anything that pulls your attention away from what you plan to do at a particular time, at a particular period in time. So what is it that you plan to do now? What is it that it wants to take your attention from it? Is it because you remember that you have not posted one video and you say, okay, let you just leave what you're doing and post a video? that's a distraction, right? In fact, distraction, the word traction is anything that pulls your attention to something, while distraction pulls your attention out of something. The word traction and distraction come from one Latin word called what? Trahere. Distraction and traction come from the Latin word trahere, which means to pull, to pull away, to pull out, to pull from. Okay? Are you getting me? Please, if you can hear me, write the word distraction in the comment section. If you can hear me and you can see me clearly so that I know that you're following, put the word distraction in the comment section. Put the word distraction in the comment section. I'm saying that the word traction and distraction come from one Latin word called trahere, which means to pull. It means that traction and distraction is one word, means to pull. So it's either traction is pulling you towards something and distraction is pulling your attention away from something. Please put the word distraction in the comment section if you can see me and you can hear me. Thank you so much, Agent Gospel. Distraction. Nikes, thank you so much for joining. Nikes says distraction is anything that takes your attention away from something important. Thank you so much, Nikes. Distraction is anything that pulls your attention away from what you plan to do now, right? And like I said, there are good and there are bad distractions. Right now, let's look at what are the kind of distractions that usually, distract. Thank you so much, Sir Elvis, Sir Kingsley. Distraction means everybody is following. Now, what are the different kind of distractions that happens to realtors? Number one, random phone calls. Please take note of this. Amarachi said distraction. Thank you. Amarachi is following. Thank you, Bill. You are following. Now, distraction. Okay. A random phone call is a distraction. If you have set your mind or your attention to do something and somebody just calls you randomly, you don't have to pick. Sometimes, if it's not if it's not a client, I don't pick. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's my mom, it's my dad, they're not going to die. Okay, so I will not pick. But if I see that, say it's a number from abroad, because you know that Cameroonians abroad deal with time. If they call you after 2 minutes and you don't respond, or after 5 minutes at maximum, they're going to call another agent, right? So if you're working and your phone is not on airplane mode, it's on silent, and you see a strange number from abroad, at least you can pick that because you sense that it could be a potential client. But if it's just a random call from any person, a friend or a colleague, you don't have to pick that. That's a distraction. Number two, random visits. Your colleague should not just visit you anyhow. Okay? Your house is not an orphanage. Distraction number three, notifications. That's why most times when I want to focus and work, I put my phone either on airplane mode or I turn off my. That if I want to do deep work like scripting or video editing, I turn off my data so that I don't get any notifications that distract me. But now, at some point, you discover that you have to be, if you're scripting, you have to be online. If you're using ChatGPT, you're using Google, or you're using Claude AI, you have to be online. So how do you deal with those notifications? How do you deal with it, right? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to deal with those kind of distractions. Okay, they are called good distractions. Some are good, some are bad, because it could be a good notification. If somebody sends you a message in your messenger DM or leaves a comment asking for an inquiry on your video on YouTube, that's a good distraction. But how do you deal with it? Do you immediately abandon what you're doing and give attention to it? No. So what do you now do with that kind of distraction? I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. Okay, the next distraction is gisting in the office. This is especially for realtors who say, okay, the house is disturbing, I cannot work in the house, I need to go to the office so that I focus. The moment you go to the office, you meet your realtor friends and boom, you start chatting, you start gisting. And before you know it, 1 hour has gone, 2 hours gone, 3 hours has gone, 4 hours, 5, you're hungry. You say, okay, you go for break, you get something to eat, you come back, you meet another new colleague, you start gisting. The man, say, I mean, even if you go see that land, you don't go shoot for that place, you know it, the day has come to an end and you've not done anything. And by 4 or 5 o'clock, you're like, hey, man, just do some one thing, man, just do some one thing. You just bend and you say, okay, man, write on one script. You write one script and you just close the book and be like, man, just continue tomorrow. I will continue tomorrow. So you use 8 hours of your time at work to write just one script. 8 hours to write one script. What is it that stops you from writing the number of scripts you have planned to write? Say distraction. It's a distraction called gisting. It's nothing big, it's just distraction. All right. The next is scrolling on social media. Most times you open your phone and say you want to check something. Okay, it happens to the best of us, right? It happens to the best. It happens to me sometimes, and before I realize, I'm like, hey, Daniel, no, please go back. What did you come to check on this social media? This is it. And you go and you start checking what you had come to do on social media. So most times you have to be alert. Just be alert, be conscious. When you go on social media, you want to do something, finish exactly what you came to do there and leave. Sometimes when I do research on, especially when it concerns the real estate sector in Cameroon, most things are not on Google, they're on Facebook. So when you search on Google, they will give you stuff on Facebook. And when you have to click now and open Facebook to go and read the post or the news about that particular thing, or a particular document that has been reformed or stuff like that, and before you know it, you've left what you plan to do and you're looking at this. And then your senses now comes back after a few minutes and you're like, hey, this is not what I came to do here. That's a distraction. Excessive scrolling on social media. The next is continuous learning without taking action. This one is going to disrupt your thinking a little bit. You thought that because you keep learning and learning and learning without implementing, you are not being distracted. When you keep learning and keep learning and keep learning without implementing what you're learning, that learning becomes a distraction. That's why one of the salary networkers sent me a message, I think was it yesterday or 2 days ago, and it was like he wanted to buy a course from one real estate company in Nigeria, and I told him not to buy it. Is buying a course bad? No. But is buying a course for him bad? Yes. You know why? Because he wants to make the mistake of continuously learning without implementing. You see, let me tell you the truth. The salary network in itself, this free salary network, thank God that salary network is not paid. The free salary network classes, if you take only this free salary network episode just and implement it, I bet, okay, what I'm teaching you is what I'm implementing. I'm having the result. So if you are implementing the same things that I'm teaching you, you have the same results with me, because it's the same thing I'm doing that I'm teaching you. It's not as if I'm teaching and then when you go to my videos, you see different things. It's the same thing that I come and explain to you here that on my videos. It might have a little bit of insight based on my experience, based on the way I do my own research, but it's the same things we are talking about, just that we are explaining it in different ways. So if you have not had the amount of result I have, don't go and pay for any training anywhere. It means that you've not exhausted the depth of what I'm teaching you here. But when I even say that, you think that they are complicated things. Okay, you've not exhausted the simple things that I teach you here. You see, so you excessive and continuous learning without implementation, right? And when I say implementation, I don't just mean doing it once. I mean continuous implementation. I mean consistency. Remember the salary network law that we have here. Consistency is a combination of consistency and intensity. So you want 90% results, you need to put in 90% work. You want 50% result, you need to put in 50% work. So one realtor is making one sale a month because he's posting just one video in 1 week. One video a week, one video a week, one video a week. You need 5 sales a month. You will not be posting 1 video a week. What will you do? You'll be posting 5 videos a week. You'll be posting 1 daily. That's the principle of consistency, meaning that you are consistent with intensity. So you intensify. Instead of posting 1 a day, why not post twice a day? Instead of posting twice a day, why not post 3 times a day? So if you see my results that are more than yours, don't try to get my same result. Just increase your intensity consistently. All right? It's called the principle of consistency. Put in the comment section if you can see me. If you can hear me clearly, contenticity, the principle of contenticity. The principle of contenticity. You know what it does? The principle of contenticity beats the distraction of ever learning without implementation. That's what it does. Okay? Now, the next distraction is video streaming platforms like YouTube, like Netflix, like My Video Prime. YouTube, Netflix, My Video Prime. Those are distractions. You go on YouTube, instead of watching educational videos on real estate, instead of watching Daniel's videos so that you can come out with your own, content ideas, you go and start watching something else. You start watching comedy. All right, you have Netflix. Instead of watching educational videos like The Great Hack, watching movies like Billions, watching movies that will educate you, movies that you learn new things, learn new terms, learn negotiation, watching movies like Suits, you go and start watching movies that make you feel good. That is a distraction. Those are distractions. All right. Another distraction I wrote down here is daydreaming. Daydreaming means letting your mind wander to unrelated thoughts. Unrelated thoughts. So thank you, Sir Kingsley, the principle of contenticity. So you are working on something, right? You are working on something, and before you know it, you have paused and your mind has wandered to the ends of the earth. Okay? Your mind has wandered to the ends of the earth. And then you now come back to your senses and like, oh, I was not thinking about what I was doing here. I was not thinking about what I was doing here. Thank you so much. Gospel contenticity is the principle that combines consistency and intensity to beat continuous learning without implementation. So these are the few distractions that I've listed. Maybe you might have some other distractions, right? If you have them, just add them to your list of distraction. If there's something that particularly, okay, I just remembered another one. Random texting or chatting with people. Realtor Charles says, I'm learning, sir. Thank you so much, Charles. Random texting with people anyhow. You just get up and God, before you know it, you have been chatting for the past 2 hours and nothing is happening, right? Does it mean that you should not chat? Does it mean that you should not get yourself distracted at times? No. The problem is that most of these distractions come in at the time when you want to work. Why is it that it comes in at that time when you want to work? It means that they want to pull your attention away from what you plan to do, because the human mind actually is built to survive. The human mind is built to survive. So anytime you try to focus to do something, there is always, something else that comes to pull your attention away from what you plan to do. So you have to force yourself to be disciplined. Marilyn says, thanks for sharing this, sir. It's insightful. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Thank you for joining. Now, write this down. Please write this down. If it does not move you closer to learning, to visibility, or to sales, it's not worth doing. If whatever you're doing in your real estate business every single day as a real estate consultant does not move you closer to learning, to visibility, and to sales, it's not worth doing. You know why? Because these are it should move you closer to learning, it should move you closer to visibility, and should move you closer to sales, because these are the 3 pillars that your business stands on. These are the 3 things that will make you to make more money in your business: learning, visibility, and sales. Remember I sent a write-up in the group the other time that your goal as a real estate consultant is to be a celebrity, and that's just the simple truth. Your goal is to become a celebrity. And where does a celebrity fall in between these 3 things? It falls into visibility. So if you are not learning, whatever you're doing does not drive you closer to learning something new, does not drive you closer to be more visible as a realtor, does not drive you closer to making sales, then what you're doing is unproductive. It's unproductive, right? Please put it in the comment section. Learning, visibility, and sales. Learning, visibility, and sales. Put it down in the comment section before I move to the next part. Learning, visibility, and sales. Nikes says these are all true, sir. Yes, Nikes is true. Put it in the comment section. Learning, visibility, and sales. Learning, visibility, and sales. Learning, visibility, and sales. Thank you so much, Gospel. Thank you, Charles. Learning, visibility, and sales. Learning, see, my God, and it means that every single day you wake up, if you're doing something in your real estate, thank you so much, Nikes. Thank you, Bill. If you're doing anything and it's not driving you closer to learning something new, it's not driving you closer to being visible, it's not driving you closer to making sales, you are doing unproductive work. You should stop it. You should. Okay? Now, you might not get it clear now, right? But just put this at the back of your mind. As we go closer, by the end of the class, it will be all clear to you. Learning, visibility, and sales. Now, let's move into part 2. So part 1, we've looked at distractions, what a distraction is, and we've looked at different kind of distractions, and we've looked at the thing that you should focus on as a realtor. Do not focus on those distractions. Do not focus on those distractions. What you should focus on is what? Learning, visibility, and sales. Part 2, productivity versus activity, versus productivity. Write it down in your book, your Seri Network book. Activity versus productivity. See, this class is going to save you a lot of stress. Activity versus productivity. Now, let's differentiate. What is activity? Activity is only input. Input without output. Productivity is input with the aim of output, of getting an output. Okay? Noisemaker real estate consultants, which is not you, are the ones that are busy with activity every single day. Why? Thinkers, real estate consultants that are thinkers, are the ones that are involved in productive work. Work that is input with the goal of an output. So noisemakers are people or real estate consultants that are doing a lot of activities, while thinkers are real estate consultants that do productive work. See, you can answer calls every single day. You can respond to messages every single day. You can go for site inspection or site visitation every single day. You can attend meetings every single day and still not learn something new, and still not, and still not grow your audience or be more visible, and still not make sales. Productive people are people whom after everything they have done, they learn something new. After everything they have done, it drives them closer to building an audience on YouTube, building a huge subscriber base and following, drive them closer to either booking a site inspection or making a sale. Okay? You can be involved. See, write this down. You can be involved in marketing activities and not be productive. You can be involved in marketing activities and not be productive. Let me take a sip. You can be involved in marketing activities and not be productive. So what you do? Stop being busy and broke. Stop being busy and broke. Stop being busy and broke. So now, what is productivity? See, productivity is not how much you do, but how much of important work that you do. Productivity is not how much you do, but how much of productive work or how much of important work that you do and even finish. In fact, add finish there. Sir King says, stop being busy and broke. Yes, sir. Productivity is not how much work you do, but how much of important work you do and finish. That's what productive work is. How much of important work you do and you finish. Now, what is that important work? What is that important work? So you can put a subheading. What is important work or important work? Number one, important work is work that compounds. Work that compounds. So if you're doing anything, right, that does not benefit you today, benefit you tomorrow, benefit you next week, benefit you next month, or benefit you next year, it's not work, it's not productive work. Productive work is work that compounds. If you shoot a video and upload today, shoot a video, upload tomorrow, the video you've uploaded today will compound. All the videos you've uploaded this week or last week or next month will compound and give you a result in the nearest future. That is important work. Site inspections don't compound. A lot of realtors think that when they go for site inspection, they've done important work. To an extent, if that site inspection is not strategic, it's not good work, it's not productive work, it's activity, it's noise making. What is important work? Number two, important work is work that keeps working even when you stop working. Work that keeps working even when you stop working is important work. That's why I told you, that's why I told you that, hey, do you know that when you learn something, even when you stop learning, that thing is already in your brain. It means that if anything happens, you can able to apply that knowledge that you learned. It means that what you learned is working even when you have stopped working, even when you have stopped learning. Now, if you learn something and you apply, if you learn something and you do a video and you post that video, it has helped in your visibility, right? It means that that video has, even if you don't post tomorrow, that video, somebody can see tomorrow, send you an inbox and buy that property. It means that that video helped you in your visibility even when you were not working. Do you know that if you have knowledge on about a particular property and a client sends to you, right, and then you send that this in a book for a site inspection and you prepare for the site inspection, the knowledge of that property is the work that you prepared for that sales. Now, at that time when you were sending it to the client, you were not learning about the property, you had already learned about the property. It means that the knowledge of the property was working even when you were not working. Okay, so we have said number one, important work is work that compounds. If what you are doing does not compound over time to give you a massive result, it's not work, it's activity. So you see that random calls, random visits, notification, learning without ever implementation, video streaming platform, daydreaming, scrolling on social media, that's just busy work. And that's not productive work. Okay? So that is important work. Now, what is unimportant or unproductive work? Of course, it's work that does not compound. It's work that does not work when you stop working. It's work that only stops working when you stop working. For example, if you are just taking random calls, the moment you drop that call, that's all about it. The call will not help you to do anything. Responding to random messages, like we said, random calls, unstrategic site inspection just because you want to follow somebody for site inspection, that's unproductive work. Okay? Now, put a subheading, productive work for realtors. Now, let me give you what you should be doing, work that is actually productive as a realtor. Right? Number one, learning proper real estate sales and marketing. Learning proper real estate sales and marketing is one of the most productive work that you should be doing every single day as a real estate consultant. You see this call you are on now, this live session you are watching now, is called productive work. So you are being productive. You know why? Because what you are learning now, you are going to implement immediately. And you're going to implement every single day, and it's going to help you to structure your day. It's going to help you to kill distractions. It's going to help you to focus more. It's going to help you in learning more. It's going to help you in growing your visibility, because you are going to now know that if you are not learning, you are not striving to be more visible, you are not striving to make more sales, you are not working. You've learned something. You've learned different kind of distractions. Now, very soon you are going to learn how to sideline those distractions, how to, kill them. Okay? You're going to learn how to structure your day as a real estate consultant. So, productive work for realtors. We are on number 1. Learning proper sales and marketing. Where do you learn it? Sales network. It's there. The sales network is there. I was discussing with one of my brothers, some of our brothers yesterday, and we're just talking about how that there's this man of God here in the city of Boya, that he mentioned that if there's any other man of God in Cameroon that wants to, break out financially and make a lot of money, the man of God must pass through him, right? And we're just like, what? And we're just discussing and saying that some other people might say that's pride, but in one way or the other, he has made the work easy for a lot of people, because he has even helped you discern the grace that he carries. Because when you see him, you see the result of the grace, right? So he has made it easier for you to humble yourself and come and honor him and take the grace. So he's even given an open invitation that if there's anybody that wants this grace of wealth, let the person come to me and honor me, and I'll pass it to them. It's the same thing. I'm helping you discern where you should learn proper real estate sales and marketing. It's under the Sales Network. See, you don't need any other training again. In fact, let me tell you something. Go and buy any training. Go and pay for any master class anywhere, and come back and tell me that whatever they will teach you there is not what we have taught here. More than 50% of what you will learn there is what we have taught here and what you should be implementing. The other 50% of what they will teach there is what you need, but not what you need at this version, at this stage of your life in your real estate business. You might surely need it when you want to build brands, because the person that will teach you might tell you that when you have your own company, this is how you should source products, this is how you should source properties and stuff like that. But when it concerns the actual sales and marketing of doing the business every single day and closing deals, I'm not saying we've taught anything else. Nikel says, please help me with the last subtopic. I didn't get it well. Nikel, the last subtopic is productive work for realtors. Productive work for realtors. That's a subtopic. And we are saying that the first productive work is learning proper sales and marketing. The second productive work for realtors is creating video content. That's why if I talk to a realtor and the realtor is telling me, I'm like, why are you not making sales? They say things have been slow. I say, okay, have you been creating video content? And the realtor goes, I don't have time to create content. I cannot talk to you again. I'm like, oh, okay. Because what else will you be doing if you are not creating video content and you are not making sales? What else on earth will you be doing? That if you are not making sales and you're not focusing on creating video content, then what are you doing? What are you really doing? What can you possibly be doing? Because you know what? It is video content that gives you visibility, and it is visibility that brings sales. It means that you are not doing any of the most important 3 things that a realtor should be doing. It means that everything you're doing is an activity. You're making noise. You are just a noise maker in the industry. You're a noise maker. Did you get the topic, Nikes? You're a noise maker. So the second productive work is creating video content. Number 3, actively building an audience that can trust you is productive work. Actively building an audience that can trust you. Building a huge subscriber base. You can have a target that in the next 1 year, I want to have 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. Then you now go and start looking what makes videos go viral, stuff like that. How do I build a subscriber base organically, not by buying subscribers? Because when you buy subscribers, you hurt your channel. Please do not buy subscribers, right? Let me just say it here. Do not buy subscribers for your YouTube channel. You know why? Because when you do it, you're hurting your channel. By the time you start running ads, your ads will be first is that your ads will be very expensive. Second is going to limit the reach of your ads. Okay. The fourth productive work, setting up follow-up systems. One time I'm going to teach you on closing and follow-up. I'll show you how to follow up with value, not with disturbance. I think one time we had a class and I mentioned on how you can even follow up here, right? I see we have we've touched on every side of it. Okay, so the fifth is learning how to communicate and close deals. This is another productive work. Learning how to communicate and close deals is productive work. It's what you should be learning. And the best way to learn is to, when you're in the field, somebody actually calls you and asks you questions and you answer. Okay? And how can you get those people to call you? By making enough video content, putting it out there, and they get to you. Right? The sixth is learning how to overcome sales objections. If you're talking with somebody, be like, oh, I'll get back to you. What do you say? If somebody says, I'll talk to my wife about it, what do you say? If somebody says, can the price be reduced? What do you say? If somebody says the price is too expensive, what do you say? Learning how to overcome sales objections, right? Now, write this down. If your work only helps you today and does nothing for you tomorrow, next week, or next month, you are busy. If your work only helps you today and does nothing for you tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year, you are busy. You are not productive. You have seen that what all the productive work that we've listed here will definitely help you tomorrow, next week, next month, and even next year. In fact, there's a realtor, my coach in the real estate sector, he said that a client called him from a video of his he saw 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and asked him that, sir, I saw this video of yours and this house you said is 35 million. Can I get the house? He said, oh, so if you check the date, you see that it's 4 years back. It means that that video that he did 4 years back helped him that time. Imagine that house was still available. He would have sold it. Then he now had to the man was now like, okay, can you recommend or do you have any other properties that are similar to this? And that's how he closed the deal. If your work only helps you today, but does nothing for you tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you are busy. You are busy. You are busy. Right? Now, we are done with part 2. Part 1, we looked at distractions. Part 2, we looked at activity versus productivity. And this is part 3. What actually makes money for realtors? That's the topic for part 3. Subtopic for part 3. What actually makes money for realtors? Please write it down. What actually makes money for realtors? Number 1. Like I said, there are these 3 most important things that makes money for realtors. See, if you are not focusing on these things, I want us to go a little bit deeper now, and then we are done. Right? We'll go to part 4, we wrap up, and we are done from here. Or maybe I can take some few questions. Right? What actually makes money for realtors? Number 1, the first thing that helps you make money as a realtor, number 1 is knowledge. Put it down in the comment section. Knowledge. Knowledge. What actually makes money for realtors? Number 1, knowledge. Put in the comment section. Now let's deconstruct. Knowledge. Now, under knowledge, now before I even give you the kind of things to learn, if you don't know better, you can't sell better. Full stop. Put in the comment section. If you don't know better, you can't sell better. If you don't know better, you can't sell better. That's why knowledge is, in fact, knowledge is the primary thing you need to help you make money in the real estate sector. Knowledge is the primary thing to help you make money. Now, under knowledge, what kind of knowledge do you need? Because not all knowledge is good for you. What kind of knowledge? What kind of specific knowledge? do you need? Service. If you don't know better, you can't sell better. Thank you. If you don't know, Realtor charge. If you don't know better, you can't sell better. Thank you so much. If you don't know better, you can't sell better. What kind of knowledge? Knowledge of how buyers think. Knowledge of how your target audience think is what will save you. It will save you. You know why? Because hey, they only buy from you to the degree to which you are clear in your videos. You know what I mean? Like the degree to which, see, you can create one video on how to buy land in Cameroon, and I can create another video on how to buy a land in Cameroon for diasporans, and I will sell more than you. Because you know why? Your video is vague, mine is targeted specifically to my buyers and how they think. Now, when I'll be talking about site inspection in my video on how to buy land in Cameroon as a Cameroonian abroad, I will now be mentioning a site inspection. Under the site inspection point, you will say that go to the site and see it. Me, I will say that as a Cameroonian abroad, if you are not able to come and see the property, you can ask for videos, you can ask for live videos, you can ask for images, clean, raw images or footages of the property so that you can see. You can send a realtor, a relative to go with a realtor to the site and see the property. You see? Now, when I'm talking to my target audience, I know how they think. So I will be more clear, therefore attracting more of them to buy from me. See, I don't know. And maybe I should have put a price on this class so that when you pay, you now know that what I'm teaching is important. I'm begging you. I'm begging. I'm begging you. I know that Sir King is laughing now. Please, I'm begging. I'm begging you. Implement this thing. I beg. See, Jesus Christ. By December, if you implement this thing we are teaching you from today, before December, you don't make more than 5 million in commission. No, and it's not. It means don't ever follow me again. In fact, I will write an apology, a written apology. I'll send it to you, post it on all social media platforms. I will stop real estate. You come, I will give you 500,000 francs cash. That, you see how confident I am in what I'm teaching you, because it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing. And let nobody fool you and say, let me just say this here before we continue. Let nobody fool you. This my light is kind of disturbing. Let nobody fool you and say during the rainy season there are no sales. The rainy season is an industry in the real estate industry is dry. It's not. People are selling every single day. In fact, they release an estate, the next day they sold or is remaining just 3 plots. The company I'm partnering with. Hey. Very soon we are going to start selling our own properties, right? The selling network, we've secured 1 hectare of land. So we are going to start sending the details of the properties, the flyers. We'll do videos and send it to the group so that you can start selling, right? Our commission is 10%, nothing more, nothing less. Well, very soon we'll even start doing incentives where if you are the top sales realtor of the month, we fly you. We rent a private car to take you to Douala. From Douala, we fly you to Yaoundé for a getaway weekend, up to Hilton Hotel. Then we fly you back to Douala, and then you come back to Boya. So the first kind of knowledge is knowledge of how your buyers think. The second is knowledge of land administration in that area. The knowledge of land administration in that area. Hey God, please implement these things. I'm begging you guys. I'm begging. Okay. Knowledge of land administration. How is land administered? The same way land is administered here is not the same as the way land is administered in Nigeria and other countries. So you need to learn how a land certificate is applied here. The process of extraction of land certificate, the process of application of land certificate. If you don't know it, I've made a long video on it, I think 16 minutes, explaining the process in detail. Just go to my YouTube channel, watch the video, understand it, write down the steps, open your own camera, how to apply for a land certificate in Cameroon. Boom, you shoot your own video. How to apply for a land certificate in Cameroon as a Cameroonian abroad. Boom, you shoot your own video. How to apply for a land certificate as a first-time land buyer. That's if you are selling to first-time land buyers, selling to these to young guys, to students, to CEOs, or people who are just getting into real estate. Boom, you make your own video. You see, because you already know how your buyers think. Now, before I continue, I think it's in episode 2 of the Series Network where I explained the 4 categories of people who buy real estate and how they think and how you can target them, right? You have who? What are the 4 categories of people who buy real estate? Please put it in the comment section. Let me see whether my students are here. Put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section, right? What are the 4 categories of people who buy real estate? Nikes, put it in the comment section. You want me to start calling names? Sir King, Charles, put it in the comment section. Discreet buyers. Yes, Charles, correct. Discreet buyers. Who else? Investors. Thank you, Sir Elvis. Investors. Who else? Diasporas abroad. Thank you, Charles. Yes, we have 4 categories. You have investors, you have homeowners, you have Cameroonians in the diaspora, and who else? Please put in the comment section. All right. Anyways, we'll come back to it. If I get all in the comment section, then I've already called the ones you guys put in the comment section. Cameroonians abroad, investors, and homeowners. Homeowners, their goal is to, okay, cash protectors. Thank you so much, Sir Elvis. Cash protectors. So the discreet buyers are under the cash protectors. All right. There are 2 types of cash protectors. There are discreet buyers and there are financial intelligent buyers. Those who understand inflation, deflation, hedge fund management, and they want to, secure their wealth in real estate. All right. So you have the cash protectors, you have the homeowners, you have the Cameroonians in the diaspora, and you have I think homeowners, Cameroonians in the diaspora, cash protectors, and investors. Right? These are the 4 categories of people who buy real estate. So you focus on selling just to one. So if you and I've told you, okay, Bill say well preservers. That's true. I think in addition, you can even add there's HNIs, that's high net worth individuals, and you have politicians. These 2, I got it recently from research. If you have been listening to my recent sales videos, you see that I'll mention high net worth individuals and politicians. There are also, kind of property buyers that are added to the list, right? But the main 4 are the ones you've listed here. Okay, do not joke with them. So you need to understand how they think. So if you don't know how to sell to them, go back to episode 2, learn, and then you implement. So knowledge of land administration. The 3 type of knowledge. Thank you so much, Sir Kingsley. Investors, Cameroonians abroad, homeowners, high income earners. Yeah, that's right. The 3rd kind of knowledge is how to handle objections. You must learn or have knowledge on how to handle objections. The next kind of knowledge is you must learn how to detach. Hey, this one is very important. Let me sip water before I tell you this one. See, please listen attentively. You must learn how to detach your emotions from a sale without being pessimistic. I will explain. You must learn. See, this is a lesson I learned early in the industry. You must learn how to detach your emotions from a sale without being pessimistic. You know why? So that if the sale does not go the way you planned, it will not affect you emotionally. So let me say it. I'm saying that be optimistic, but don't be overconfident about a deal. So if a client, see, do you know that if you are overconfident to an extent, it kills the deal? You know why? Because when you're overconfident, you start sounding desperate. Even if you don't sound desperate, the clients can see sales are it's more to what you're saying. It's the energy. So they can feel the energy of desperation and they know that, this person, I cannot trust this person with my money. I can't. You even bear with me that if you go to buy something, the more calm the person is, the more your trust for the person increases, and you know that this man knows what he's saying, he knows what he's selling, so I'm going to buy from him. So write this down. This should be a law that should govern any sale or any time a prospect sends you a message. Remember this law. Learn how to detach. You must learn how to detach your emotions You must learn how to detach your emotions from the outcome of a sale without being pessimistic. Pessimistic means without losing hope, right? Without being less confident. So you detach your emotions, but you still know that this is going to go through, so that when it doesn't go through, definitely it doesn't touch you in any way. All right, so that's it. So that's the first thing. What actually makes money for realtors? Number one, knowledge, and we've discussed the kind of knowledge you should learn. Number two, consistent visibility. Please write it down. Consistent visibility. Write these things down. Oh. Ha. Dr. Charles Apoki said proper documentation prevents poor argumentation. It means that if you write it down, right, it will prevent you from arguing with yourself whenever you need to implement it. Consistent visibility. If people don't see you, they can't know you, they won't like you, they can't trust you, therefore they cannot buy from you. If people, your goal is to be seen. All these things people say, I'm an introvert, I don't really like camera like that. As a real estate consultant, you don't have a choice, right? Your only choice is to be visible. Your only choice as a real estate consultant is to be what? Visible. Is to become what? A celeb. But this time around, you are not the noisemaker kind of celeb. You are a celeb that educates on how people can invest their hard-earned money in the best real estate deals in your city, in Yaoundé, in Bamenda, in Kumba, in Boya, in Douala. Consistent visibility. I've said that if people don't see you, they can't know you, they can't like you, they can't trust you, therefore they cannot buy from you because they don't see you, right? So you need to show up consistently, show up every single day. That's why make up your mind that a day will not pass without you uploading a video on YouTube. Make up your mind. Tell yourself that it will not happen. Just keep doing it consistently. Even if you don't believe in it, just say that, okay, Daniel has asked me to do it, right? Just do it for the next 90 days. And if you don't make a sale, come back to me. I'll give you 500k cash, gifts for free, and then you can stop the real estate. All right. Now, how can you show up consistently? What do you use to show up consistently? It's one, content. It's content. It's one and only content. That's the only thing. There's no other thing you use. It's content. What kind of content? Video content. Video content. What do you use video content to? You use video content to eat on social media. Video content helps you to eat on social media. The word eat, acronym EAT. Video content positions you as E, an expert, A, as an authority, and T, helps you build trust that makes people buy from you. Video content helps you to eat on social media, all right? Helps you to E, become an expert, shows yourself as an expert, position yourself as an expert, A, as an authority, T, build trust, and then people can now buy from you when they see that you're an expert, you're an authority, and they have trusted you. So what do you have to do? You have to engrave your name in the minds of prospects. See, whatever you put out there, people see it. If the person will not buy from you, the person will recommend you, or the person will just know you. Anywhere they talk about land or real estate, they will call your name there. It's just that you don't know. They have called your names in so many places that you don't know. So many. Right? Please put in the comment section. Social video content creation helps you to eat. Positions you as an expert, authority, and helps you build trust. And number 3, what actually makes money for realtors? We've said number 1, knowledge. Number 2, consistent visibility. A day shouldn't pass without you posting. Video, social media content helps you to eat. Thank you so much, Sir King. Consistent visibility. Consistent visibility. Hey. And number 3, sales and closing and follow up. Sales, closing, and follow up. I told you, in the beginning, right? That if you're not learning, you're not visible, you're not selling, you're not doing anything. Now we are digging deep, all right? So this is the part 3. After we go to part 4 on how to structure your day and minimize distractions, and we are out of here, all right? We have already taken 1 hour, so you guys will plead with me to take a few more minutes and then we are gone. So sales, closing, and follow up. Now, how do you do sales? How do you close deals and how do you follow up? You must develop a skill called the skill of listening. You learn how to listen, because you will only be able to close a deal if you are able to meet the need or solve the problem of your buyer. So 2 people contact you for a particular property. They have 2 different reasons why they want to buy that property, and you can sell the same property to the 2 of them. What will help you to do that is because you were able to listen attentively to their problems, to their pain points, and you were able to solve it. So client A wants to buy a property, a land banking property, and his goal is because he wants to buy and keep that in the nearest future, in the next 5 to 10 years, when he relocates back to Cameroon, he'll be able to build a house to live in with his or her family. Client B wants to buy that same property because he wants to buy and keep, and then wait for the value to increase in the next 5 to 10 years to resell, make the profit, invest in another property, or take the money and invest in a business or buy other properties or whatsoever reason. You see, 2 different prospects. Let me respond to the person. You see, these are the kind of distractions we're talking about. Now, the reason why I'm responding to her is because we are live. If we're not live, during the part 4, I'm going to show you what to do to this kind of distractions. All right? When somebody calls, like, what do you do? What do you do when you're working? What do you do? I have to quickly, because if I don't respond and the person calls again, it interrupts the network while we are live. All right? So, closing. I was talking about the skill of listening. So, 2 prospects, A and B, buying the same property with 2 different intentions in mind. How will you be able to sell to these 2 people? By listening to their pain points, to their problems, and then being able to solve it. All right? So develop a good listening skill. Know how to talk with, you must not be perfect, but at least try to communicate in good English, right? In such a way that somebody can hear you and listen to you and be able to understand what you're saying. A prospect shouldn't call you and you're talking in pidgin. That's not proper. That's not professional, all right? So these are the 4 things that actually make, these are the 3 things, that actually makes money for realtors. It's called what? Knowledge. Number 2, consistent visibility. Number 3, sales, closing, and follow up. Now let me touch a bit on follow up. See, most of the money is in follow up. If there's a client that contacted you today and did not respond, after 1 week, you follow up. Now you don't follow up with noise, you follow up with value. For example, if there's this if there's a property, maybe excuse me, let's say King's Estate, right? Let's use the King's name, King's Estate, and there were 50 plots and we sold 25 plots, and a prospect reached out to me that time and wanted to buy, and I sent the details of the property, or maybe asked for a call and he was not available at that time. We scheduled, he did not show up, right? And we kept talking. He said he'll get back to me. What I do is that you don't sound desperate. You don't start sending the person a message anyhow. What you do is that you give the person some time. The next week, I have to follow up now with value. See what I will do. I will take the site plan, right? I'll take the site plan, like the site plan now. I just take a picture, a video, sorry, and I'm pointing at the plots. I'll mark out some plots, okay? I can mark out some plots. And I'm like, hello, Mr. King. this is Atega Daniel, and I hope you're doing well. You reached out to me 1 week ago, saying that you're interested in King's Estate, and there are just few plots remaining here. The few 5 plots remaining here at the block, say block one, plot 1 to 5, and the two best plots here on block one, uh, plot 1 to 5 is this plot 2 and 3. Plot 2 and 3 are the two best plots. And while I was talking with my boss, I just decided to say, let me get to you, and I've told him to, block down this plot 2 and plot 3 so that nobody takes it, because I told him that I had a client who was interested in it, and I don't know if this is something you want to lock down. Will you be able to make a deposit in the next 2 to 3 days? For example, if it's on a Tuesday, you're sending a message, you're like, well, if you're able to make 2 million deposit between Friday and no, Thursday and Friday, because if it's a Tuesday, you have to calculate. You have to give them, say, give the client 3 days, because if you tell the client that will you be able to make a deposit today, the client will not be able to go to the bank, or even if they go to the bank can tell him the money you want to withdraw is no longer available, please come in the next 2 days. You see, because banks don't keep money like that, right? They turn it into assets, make more money for it. So if they don't have enough money, it's going to be a problem. So you just give the person 3 days. If it's a weekend like Friday, what you do is that you give the person Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So you tell the person, okay, will it be possible for you to do a deposit between Thursday and Friday, and then complete it by the end of the month? That's if this is coming up so sudden. If it's something you can do, please let me know so that we lock down the price for you. If it's not, if it's something you cannot consider, please let me know how much you can deposit. You don't give them an option not to say no. It's either they are buying or they are buying. You see, it's either they are buying or they are buying. You now tell them, see, you see this thing, when if I go to teach CEOs or real estate companies how to follow up and close this is the same thing I'll be telling them, and I'm telling you here now. So please take me serious and take this thing serious and implement. This is how you follow up with value. All right, these are, in fact, put in the comment section, follow up with value and not with noise. Follow up with value and not with noise. Don't disturb people. Follow up with value and not with noise. Put in the comment section, follow up with value and not with noise. Follow up with value and not with noise. So you now send it to the person. I'm like, so I just thought of you, Mr. King, and I'm hoping to hear from you. Have a nice day and enjoy a great day. Ciao. You might sometimes I say ciao, sometimes I don't say ciao. So have a nice day and enjoy a great day. You send it 60 seconds, 1 minute, and hey God, it's called personal video marketing. That's what it's called. The class where I learned this thing in, I paid over 100,000 francs. Okay, that's to show you how valuable this is. It's called personal video marketing. Now you go on site and you're doing your site inspection video or taking property sales video. You just take a video and like, hey Mr. King, I'm on site right now and I just thought of you. As you can see, this is plot 1 and plot 2 of block 6, and this is actually King's Estate, and you showed interest in it. I just wanted to send this video so that you see it live and direct, that this property, as you can see, the topography is sweet. It's just about 2 minutes drive from the main tag road, and I don't know if you'll be able to make a deposit in the next 2 to 3 days. That's if it's on a Monday, you can say between Wednesday and Thursday, because there's another client that's trying to. What you're doing is not, you're not lying. There are other people somewhere who want to buy that property. You know what? They don't want to buy now, maybe because they don't have the money yet. Even you that's making the video, don't you want to buy the property? So you're not lying. Okay. Agent B said follow up with value and not noise. Nike said follow up with value and not noise. Thank you. Are you getting value? Are you getting value? Are you learning something here? Okay, so that's you continue, and like, so if this is something you want to consider, you want to lock down this plot with a deposit, and then maybe you can close at the end of the month. But if you are actually, hey God, should I say this one? This one has helped me to sell. Oh. Should I say it? If I should say it, say it in the comment section. This one I want to say now. It's a follow-up bagger skill. Follow-up bagger strategy. Say it in the say it in the comment section if you want me to say it. Gospel says, yes, please. Say it in the comment section if you want me to say it. Let me tell you what I do, how I create offers for my clients. Gospel says say it. Chat says say it. Should I say it? If I get 4 say it, I'll say it. If I get 4 people to type say it, I'll say it. Anyways, let me say it, not to waste our time. Now, this is what you should do. Another follow-up strategy. If a property is selling for, say, 3 million, 10% of 3 million is 300,000 francs, right? I've never said this to any of you yet, but anyway, let me teach you. And the property is 3 million, your commission will be 300,000 francs. What you do is that you create a promo. It's not the promo you are thinking about. It's not the one you are thinking. You are thinking that you say instead of 4 million, it's going down for 3 million. It's not that one. Let me tell you. So you calculate your commission is 3 million. What you do is that you look at, you see, one thing about rich people is that they are starved of gifts. So people don't give them often. So sometimes they don't really care like that. They just feel happy when somebody gives them something. Even as if they even need that thing or they want to use it, they can take it, dash it, or give it to their friends, give it to their loved ones, send it to their parents, or they can even take it and just keep it at home too. Just add it, let them just have more. So when where gifts are attached, they are so emotional. They become emotional and they want to take advantage of that. So if your commission is 300,000 francs, you tell yourself, what can 100,000 francs buy? Because you want to keep, see, clients that buy from you know that they can always keep buying. It's called repeat clientele. So just struggle for that person to buy because you have already gained that person. So if it's 300,000, you look at 100,000, you say, okay, 100,000 francs can buy a 100 meters fridge, or you can buy a 50-inch Android TV. Okay, and you now attach. Remember, we are continuing that video. If you are taking and locking down this plot between Wednesday and Thursday to complete at the end of the month, the company, we are actually giving a promo now. We're going to be giving you with a 50-inch TV with a good iron and a heater. See, you think that this thing, try it works like magic, like wildfire. You see, it's only when the network was kind of scratching, so we are back now. So it's only when you send it to the inbox of anybody who inquires about a property, you will now see how it will help you to close a lot of deals, a lot. All right, so always make sure you attach this gift to your offer. You might not always say it on your videos. If you want to say it on your videos, good for you, but you might not always say it. Right, let's go to part 4. I think we've already done enough here. So what actually makes money for realtors? Knowledge, consistent visibility, sales, and follow-up. I've explained what to do sales and what to explain and give you 2 follow-up strategies, right, that you can use to close deals very well. Now, part 4, how to structure your day and minimize distractions. This is going to be short. Let me make it short. How to structure your day and minimize distractions. Please give me a minute. All right, I'm back. So, part 4, how to structure your day and minimize distractions. All right. Now, part of the, if anyways, the day is divided into two. You have the early morning hours and the night hours. So, sorry, network is disturbing. So you have the morning hours and night hours. You have to this you. Some people, like I said, it's in the evening. You. Some people, like I said, it's in the evening, early morning for you. Right? Choose that one. Now, when you choose, if it's the early morning, you have to now put your most demanding work in that hour of the day. You see, if it's early morning hours, it means you have to do your most productive work in the early of the day. If it's the late hours of the day, you have to put your most productive work in the late hours of the day. Are you learning something? You have to put your most productive work in the late hours of the day. Right? Now, this is a